Hey, Tyler here with Daniel Sanchez in the 67 Bug. We're just going to cruise around and talk for a second. Daniel is an amazing barber at La Lamado Barbershop. Of course, maybe I'm a little biased in thinking that, but you are. But at one point, Daniel was looking at MMA fighting. Had a pretty good career doing that.
10-1.
10-1, and then decided maybe I don't want to just beat the tar out of people for the rest of my life and make a bunch of money or something like that.
Yeah.
And became a barber. How old were you when you started barber school?
28.
28.
So I started barber school last year.
Yeah. And why barbering?
So my younger brother Raph's a barber, and he was it's kind of the way that we bonded. At the time, I was going from job to job, just trying to figure out what I enjoyed doing. I had just quit another job, and Raph was kind of like, you've always been pretty creative, and you have a good eye for your beard. Because even though he was really good at cutting hair, I would never let him touch my beard, because I would always do my own beard. Right?
Yeah.
So I would grow out this thing, and he just threw out the idea, like, hey, why don't you go to barber school? And at first, I thought he was just kind of giving me crap for quitting another job. And next thing you know, I found myself at like 2 a.m. just Googling barber schools. And, now I'm here.
Now you're here. And then maybe it was you that said something like first day of school, you were kind of like, why am I doing this?
Exactly. So it was funny. So I think the first day I had woken up super early to shower and just kind of get my kit together, and I was kind of nervous, right? Like, endless amount of fights, football games, no nerves. Barber school, I'm sweating, you know what I'm saying? So he, Raph is awake, he's on his way to work, slips me a 20, and he says, hey, enjoy barber school.
Yeah.
Got to school, got a Red Bull, and I think that first week I probably contemplated dropping out like 2 or 3 times, man, just because I out of my comfort zone.
Yeah.
I don't know what I'm doing, so super nerve-wracking for me, for sure.
I think that's the case anytime someone's trying to chase a dream, or a lot of people, I think, will talk themselves out of it.
Right.
Or it's taking you outside your comfort zone and it's hard.
Right.
But yeah, you just gotta suck it up and do it, right?
Just literally the hardest part is just showing up.
So you kind of mentioned that Raph said you had an eye, because you are, in my opinion, a pretty good artist.
Mm-hmm.
And you've done some murals in the shop. What's been your, like, I don't know, what about art? What drew you to it? How come you're so good at it? Because I think the stuff you put up in the shop's cool. Like, I want 10 more of them on the wall.
It is super weird, but it's like a zone you get into. So I'm drawing, and as I'm drawing something, first I'm just kind of sketching it out, but then you start to see the potential, like, hey, I'm gonna add this, I'm gonna add that, add this color, add this effect, that you literally get into a zone where everything around you just like blurs out, right? So it's, in essence, it's almost like a fight, where in a fight, everything around you is dark except the light under, like right above the ring.
Yeah.
So it's just you and your opponent. So you got to be in the zone.
Yeah.
Art is the similar. It's similar because everything around you just kind of like quiets out, darkens out, and it's just you and your imagination. Barbering is kind of the same thing. When you start like your fades, your blends, you just get into a zone. You have the music blasting in the background, and you're just focusing.
You're focused,
on what you're doing.
No, I see that laser focus. And like, sometimes when I'm looking at you and some of the other people, I wonder if you're breathing, because you're just so like dialed in. It's like, man, are they remembering to breathe there?
Dude, I mean, you catch me passing out.
Yeah, I guess we know why.
Yeah.
So then now you're in the shop. How's that? Like, because again, you kind of said bouncing from job to job. That typically is something due to the fact that you're not satisfied or life is just whatever. But yeah, now,
dude, it's as cheesy as it sounds. I feel like I'm in a in a place where I feel like I was always meant to be. Did I know I was going to be behind the chair? No, but I'm at a happy place in my life that, you know, I always use this example. Like, I would literally time how long it would take me to get home from work or get to work, and I would do the very minimum as far as like, okay, it takes me 10 minutes, I'm gonna show up just 12 minutes, so I have enough time to just clock in, get to work. Now it's different. You know, I'm not scheduled to be at work till like noon or 1, and I'll show up at 10 just to do towels or get my station cleaned or just hang out, take a walk in or whatever it is, because the experience, and I just love the environment that we have at Lyle Amato. Yeah. So you always hear people talking about, if you love what you do, you won't ever work a day in your life. And I used to think that was kind of crap. Yeah. Until I started doing this, and now it's like, I don't really feel like I'm doing work, you know what I mean? Yeah. It's cool. I consider it a blessing.
Yeah. Well, I think it's fun to be around you and the rest of the kids and seeing things get put together, because you are building a business. Right. And a future for what you want. So then at age 28, you pivoted in life. So what do you say to somebody that's kind of was in your position of not satisfied, working jobs that you didn't love, changing jobs because of that? What do you say to somebody that needs to, I guess, find their why, right? There's a whole book on that. But.
Yeah, and that's essentially what it is, man, just finding your why. You're going to doubt yourself, you know what I mean? Like, I suck at this and I suck at that. There's dudes that are younger, they're going to be younger than you, that have a leg or two in front of you because they've done it longer, whatever. But you can't really compare yourself to others. You just got to focus on what you're doing, what you want to do, and find a way to get yourself there, man. But self-doubt is going to be, you know what I mean, like just your biggest setback. You sit there and it's okay, you're going to feel like you doubt yourself, but the more you doubt yourself, dude, like, that's so toxic for you.
Yeah. No, and I didn't coin it, but there's a phrase I like that it's fear kills more dreams than failure ever will. Mm-hmm. And I just think that's, so guys like you that, because you're 28's not old, but you know a lot of, you have buddies that have been in their career path a lot longer, but it's like, all right, here I go. And I think that the future for you and a lot of the kids at Lyle Amato is very bright. And so what's one of the biggest things that you love about after you finish a client's cut? What's that like? What's one of your favorite parts of that?
One of my favorite parts is in the whole process, you're watching your blends come in, but the way that I set up my station is the client is not face the mirror. So when I get it all set up, all cleaned up, all ready to go, and you turn them around and they see their haircut, they just like, that's like, exactly what they had in mind with their picture. And just the reaction, you know what I mean? Like, ultimately you're selling emotion, not so much a service, right? Because to most people, a haircut is a service, but when you turn around and you watch a little kid like just like love on his handsome little man, you're like super stoked, what I mean? The tip's cool, but for right now, as a up and coming barber, like, that for me is really satisfying, just watching it all come together.
Watch it all come together, because there is a little more bounce in their step. There is a little more wow. I mean, it's a very and I tell people that all the time, that the work that you guys do is really empowering to the client. It's not just, oh, look, he can cut hair. That's not what it is. It's you made someone feel better about themselves.
Right, exactly. You know what I mean? Yeah. Best compliment you can get is the haircut looks so nice that clients forget their hats at the shop, which happens often to a lot of the artists.
Yeah. Well, anyway, I'm glad to have met Daniel and to be on this journey with him. It's been a good time so far, and anyway, he's a good kid. If you're needing a cut, I highly recommend coming to Lyle Amato. And if Daniel can get you in his schedule, definitely hit the kid up. But any parting words?
Well, Well, since the news didn't show it, Lila Motto Gang.
Yeah. All right. Peace.
See you.